Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with your boy. About time the damn Texans did something right, huh? The Texans are firing a Bill O'Brien preceded by arguments with jjwatt and defensive coordinator per the report. The end of Bill O'Brien's tenure as head coach slash general manager of the Houston Texans was curious in many different ways, and a recent report indicated that it might have been tumultuous behind closed doors, according to Aaron Wilson of the Houston Chronicle. O'Brien got into an argument with star defensive end J.J. Watt and defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver on the practice field, along with verbal altercations with other staff members during his final weeks before being fired. This falls in line with what CBS Sports NFL insider Jason LaCanfora reported on Monday, as he said that O'Brien had been clashing with prominent players at practice and taking over play calling duties was his last attempt to salvage things within the organization. Another move that reportedly rubbed players the wrong way was O'Brien's push to bring in free agent safety Earl Thomas, a potential addition that was met with strong pushback by the Texans locker room. According to La Confora, O'Brien's relationship with his players were long suffering, and DeAndre Hopkins' trade certainly did not help things. The Texans traded Hopkins and the 2024 round pick to the Arizona Cardinals this offseason for David Johnson and his huge contract, a 2022 round pick and a 2021 fourth round pick. Many considered it very surprising that the Texans failed to acquire a first round pick for one of the best receivers in the game. The morning after the Texans had fired O'Brien, Watt tweeted out this photo on the field at NRG Stadium. The why behind this post is up for discussion, but it could be related to ushering in a new era of Texans football. Romeo Crennel is taking over as the interim head coach for the Texans, and when asked what he wants to see from his team moving forward, he simply said that he wants to see that a change has occurred. I hope our attitude and energy is different, Crennel said via Wilson. I hope our performance is different. You're not going to come in and put in a new offense or defense overnight. Man, I'm not even going to ask y'all, this was a great move. And I told my homegirl Tracy, shout out to Tracy and Cliff on the Mark Show on Facebook, to come on every Monday. I believe at 5, 6, or 7 at night. See, this is what I told Tracy. I told her they should have fired him 2 years ago. They should have been fired. She wanted to keep him. But then once he traded DeAndre Hopkins, then she saw, okay, he got to go. And I told her you should have been got rid of him. And then the owner, dumbass, made him the general manager. It's like, dude, what is you doing? Why would you make this guy a general manager? He can't even coach. Bill O'Brien was known for getting into it with Tom Brady because Tom Brady, rightfully so, went off on the receiver who didn't run the right route. And he tried to go off on Brady on the sideline. Brady cursed his ass out. But the receiver that he talked about was cut, I think, a few days later or a week later. So he got famous from that. Then he went to Penn State. He didn't do well there. Then he had the opportunity to come back to the NFL to go to the Texans. The guy's overrated. He has a huge ego for somebody who hasn't done nothing. He reminds me of Lane Kiffin. Like Lane Kiffin, the son of Monty Kiffin, just walks around like an arrogant little brat, like, I know everything. I know how to call plays. I know how to put plays together. Ha ha ha. Well, we know you do. That's why y'all both sucked where y'all was at. So to me, this was a great move. Who would you bring in? To me, I would bring in the Chiefs offensive coordinator. I would bring him in after the season. And I would give him a 5 or 6 year contract. I would give him a 6, 7 year contract. Because that team's a mess. They're not going to be able to turn everything around until 3 years from now, which will probably hurt Watson. Watson will probably be in his 30s by then, I think. So this here was a great move. Great move by the Texans. And Bill O'Brien got to understand, when you talk bad to JJWatt, a guy who is revered and loved in that locker room, you're gonna lose your job, man. And he lost the locker room after that DeAndre Hopkins. He tried to paint DeAndre Hopkins as a thug, as a gangster, which was far from the truth. DeAndre Hopkins, from people I've talked to before, has said he's a cool dude, very quiet, very respectable, very mannerable. And for you to get rid of him like that, of course you guys are gonna suck this year. You had no receivers, Bill O'Brien. Is you some kind of goddamn idiot? Actually, don't even answer that. You'll have enough time in the off season to answer that question. So tell me in the comment section, do you think it was a good move or bad move? And who would you bring in to replace him? I think the Chiefs coach or Josh McDaniels in New England I would bring in. But I would go with the Chiefs coach and I would give him a 7 or 8 year deal to get it turned around. So let me know in the comment section what you think and what coach you would bring in. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, and share this to all your platforms. Hit the notification bell to select all so you can receive upcoming content. And if you want to donate to the page, cash at me at welcome to HDTV. That's the word welcome, the number 2, HDIITV. And I'm on the Cash App. And if you're having problems finding me, just email me. My email will be in the description box. And I will request you and you'll be able to donate whatever you want after that. So thank you for listening and we out. Live boy.